So I'm here at Imperial Fields, home of Tooting and Mitchell, and obviously tonight at Balham with Uche and Michael, joint managers at the under-23s, who tonight took our place in the Southern Combination Challenge Cup. Difficult night, freezing cold conditions. I think it's fair to say you guys at times looked a little bit frustrated out there. But, do you want to give me your thoughts on this evening, guys?
I'll go first. Was not a good performance, and it's very hard to take positives from a performance like that. The result, I'm less interested, although I hate losing. More the performance and the way we lost. Like, I can deal with losing, I can deal with defeats. Takes a while, but I can deal with them. But there's a manner and a way in which to do, and to concede 6 set pieces in one game, regardless of the level, it's very, very, very hard to accept. And I understand that we have a young team, and with that you have to marginalise some of the mistakes, but similar mistakes to concede the same goal 6 times is disappointing. In saying that, there's always a small silver lining. The first 15-20 minutes we actually did play decent football, and we looked, for the first 15-20 minutes, like this could be an interesting game. But goals change games, and there's only so many goals you can concede before the game changes.
Yeah, fair enough. Uche, before I ask a few questions, anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, I to reiterate what Michael said, he's correct. I think there's 3 parts to the game for myself. I think the first half, they show that they can compete and create chances. If you watch the game back, I wouldn't say Balham created much chances. Their chances were given to them from our mistakes. Second half, very different. They did start to create chances, but after 5-6 goals, a young team like that, their heads will obviously go. And obviously, Michael and I have a lot of work to do. They concede set pieces, and that's our job to try and rectify that. But I'm very proud of the performance that we got out there, the effort levels, and yeah, we'll go again.
I think that's the point. I guess there's a couple of bits there. I think the first 15 minutes, it absolutely was, it was toe to toe with them. It was a good open game, and I thought you probably had the better of the opening 15-minute exchanges. I think for me, as the night got colder, as the conditions got more difficult, and the pitch was starting to get icier, I think you definitely didn't cope with that as well as they did. Again, I'm assuming that there was lads out there with footwear on that probably wasn't appropriate tonight. So maybe that's the start of the naivety that I think we showed tonight. And I do think naivety for me was probably the key. I thought we gave, unusually for the teams that I've seen you guys play. You boys play a few times now, and I've never seen us give the ball away so frequently, and maybe not under extreme pressure a lot of the time. And you mentioned kind of almost 6 carbon copy goals. It was literally every time there was a free kick, we just didn't kind of learn from it, and that's obviously disappointing for you guys. Yeah.
So taking the goals away for 30 seconds, that's the other disappointing part. Football is obviously with and without the ball when you're attacking, defending, attacking wise. Bar the first 15, we didn't look like a threat.
Yeah. And
that is just as important, just as disappointing as the goals, because reality is football is all about, if you can concede goals and can score goals, then you always have a chance. Even if we don't concede those goals, if we don't look like a threat, we're not going to score goals. And bar the first 15-20 minutes, we didn't really look like a threat. And it's also disappointing because we pride ourselves on being a ball-playing team, but even the best ball-playing teams have an understanding of how to hurt the other team. We played a 3-5-2 today, and the first 10-15, where we were looking like we could compete, it was getting the ball to the wingers. And due to their heads going down, due to the goals being conceded, and for some reason not playing a simple, not continuing to do what was effective, we didn't see that again. And that's the most disappointing part. The goals will hurt, but those can be worked on in training. The attacking play that we've worked on continuously, bar the first 15-20 minutes, it was non-existent, and that's quite disappointing now I think about it.
Yeah. In hindsight, do you think you would have would you guys have done anything different tonight? Because I think looking at the second half, 3-0, as you said, the conditions were worsening. I think the game was quite open at that stage for them. I think when they got the ball, as I said, a little bit easier at times for me. You guys have normally got the boys quite mean in possession.
Yeah, I think.
I just wondered, what was your thought process?
I think you hit the nail on the head that as the game got on, they got better, and the reason that could be is the pitch gets worse and they have the right footwear. Their movement doesn't change. Our movement changes. Like you mentioned, as the game went on, our pressing wasn't as intense because it's a boggy pitch and they can't really commit as before because they're just getting beat. So that is a naivety to it, and I think we could have changed something, but in hindsight, we thought at 3-0 we could still go for it because the first half we were the better team. We can sit here and say that it was 3-0 down, which it was, but in terms of performance, it is what it is. Like, I feel like a team at that level can beat another team 7-0. But then you factor in that they played a bunch of 17, 18, 19-year-olds and they beat us 7-0. And the only way they could have beat us is from the set pieces. Remove the set pieces, they can't. I wouldn't be as excited about that result. So context is very important. We did expect better than that, but conceding 6 set pieces, me and Michael, we have to work on that, and we should have changed something, I think. But it's hindsight. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, of course, and it's very, very soon after to maybe reflecting on it as well.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah.
But it's been, I guess, for you guys, been a little bit of a frustrating week.
It's been a frustrating few weeks, if I'm being honest with you. But no, again, it's a great experience. I'll be really honest. It's a really great experience. It's good to still keep in touch with the level that Step 5 is, to have an understanding as to how much these boys need to go and how much they need to improve to supplement the first team a little bit more. So frustrating, but for me, the joy I get is these boys are getting a good experience, and as hard as it is to lose 7-0 and then 9-0, it's all great experience for them.
Yeah, and do you know what? And I don't think there was any thought from the club's perspective that we would have done anything differently. These fixtures, we discussed them early in pre-season, and when you guys are coming on board, and for me, it's absolutely the right decision to blood these lads into these kind of games. Walton away, tough one. But I thought actually maybe we acquitted ourselves a little bit better in that one, despite the fact it was a slightly heavier score. Tonight, I think probably we'll look back and think that probably flatters Balham because we've given it to them a little bit easy. But the boys, absolutely, the rationale is, they're development players, so we want them to develop. And they're not going to do that if we don't give them these opportunities. So, so you guys are doing a cracking job, and I don't think anyone's going to be losing any sleep about these results, apart from maybe you.
Definitely.
That's the reality of it. So what are you going to do to get the guys back on, bounce back from this now? What's your next couple of fixtures look like, and how are you going to prepare for that?
We lost against Whiteleaf on Wednesday. On Monday, away, we have them at home. The reality is, and often when I watch football interviews, a lot of people say get back to basics, back to basics. I don't deviate from basics. We don't deviate from basics. The reality is, the onus is more on the players than us, to be honest, and that's what we're trying to pass the buck. We as management, we need to make sure that we try and keep morale high, and we help coach, especially the defending of set pieces. But in return, the players have to show us, essentially, why they deserve a shot to even talk about the first team. Because ultimately, this is an under-23 team. They're here not because they like me and Uche or some like, but they're here because they want a shot for the first team.
Yep.
That's the harsh reality.
Yep.
They want a shot for the first team. They have to show it. That's as simple as that. You have to show it. It's as simple as that. And not the result, but performance like this is not showing it. It's as simple as that. I can't sugarcoat it anymore. I can't try and be as positive as maybe Uche wants to be. It's as simple as that. If you want a shot, when the lights are on, you have to show it. And if you're not going to show it, then stop asking for the shot.
That's fair enough. I mean, it's certainly, from my point of view, obviously, representing the first team, I'm here not to sit out on a cold Wednesday because I don't have anything better to do. I'm hoping to see something there that I think is knocking on the door. And potentially could get an opportunity this season. So, but guys, listen, it's not doom and gloom. As I said, we knew what the agenda was when we come into this season. It is very much about the development. It is very much work in progress, and as much as it's a frustration at the time, and it's still obviously super raw putting a camera in front of your face, just a matter of a few minutes after the game. But in general, I think you guys are doing a good job, and you're delivering what we wanted you to deliver. So, listen, we take the positives and we move forward, and hopefully the next time we catch up, it'll be after you both have smiles on your faces. That'll be nice. Guys, thanks so much.
No worries. Have a good one.